everyone, John here from All Miniatures Great and Small, and today's episode of What's on the Table is some Team Yankee West Germans. If you've watched some of my previous videos this week, you've known that I picked up the West German starter force, and progress is moving along with them. I wanted to try to get them knocked out at a somewhat reasonable time period before other projects supersede them and I leave them on the to-do pile for years. So basically, I base coated everything black in the starter box. So there. Then I brush painted on some Vallejo NATO green primer. I don't have an airbrush, or else I might have considered doing that. But basically, it gets me to that. I'm not too concerned with the smoothness and consistency of that coat, just because I'm going to be applying camo over the top of it, and I'm going to be cleaning it up later. But you can kind of see how to what condition I got it. And then, I pretty much got everything except the airplanes, the tornadoes, because I'm not sure what base color I want to go with them. I know I don't want to go NATO green, so that's why they're still in primer. And then I couldn't resist. I wanted to build the A5s and get them up to a finished state. So I painted all three of them, and really I just kind of brush painted the camo on by hand, no templates or anything like that. And I know these came out of the factory with camo, so they should be pretty identical, but I just kind of eyeballed it as close as I could, and it's pretty close. There's still some variation, but hey, that's okay. But overall pretty good. So I still haven't painted the crew member, she's not done yet. You'll notice that some of the green paint has almost like a semi-gloss to it. You kind of see it on some of these. It's kind of how it's picking up the light, whereas that brown and black really doesn't do that. But that will go away once I flat coat everything. So I'm not too worried about some of it's a little shiny, some of it's not. That goes away after the final flat coat is applied. I did get these as far as starting to decal. So you see the West German cross there. But then I ran into a trouble. I wonder if anyone else has had this problem. Looking at the decal sheet, there are no identical numbers. All of these are unique numbers. These numbers in white. So there's no other 212 that I'm seeing on here, for example. So I can't put identical numbers on both sides of the turret. So I don't know if I'm missing something. Is there supposed to be two of these and you just cut the same number off both sheets, or what? The book shows how it's painted, that it's got the same number on both sides, which makes sense. I can't imagine putting two different numbers on the tank on each side. That would just drive the stickler in me crazy, having to deal with that. So until I figure that out, maybe I'll shoot an email to Battlefront and see. I'll just go with the Iron Cross. And you can kind of see too, I put some gloss there to help with the decals. And then again, when that flat coats, all that shininess goes away. So that's the progress this week so far. Next up, I don't know what I'm going to do next. Probably the helicopters, because they're cool and they look like they'd be fun to paint. But the tanks are some of the biggest challenge as far as the camo, just because they're so big. They've got such a big surface area to cover. I'll paint up the guys. I'm not going to do weathering until I figure out the decal situation for the numbers, so I can get those on first. But in the meantime, while I'm trying to figure that out, it doesn't mean I can't go ahead and, get the camo on the rest of this force. So I'm looking forward to getting it. I also found in my bits box, I picked up at a mercenary market years ago, some various Team Yankee bits at a big sale. It was too hard to resist. So I found I actually have some West German infantry and a couple of extra of these guys. So I think I can expand my West German force without actually having to spend any more money, at least initially. Oh, and the other thing is, too, I did spend some more money. I ordered a couple of Gepard AA tanks for this force as well. I figure once I add AA, this force can be pretty self-sufficient. If you played Team Yankee, you know these tanks are behemoths, monsters on the battlefield, but their one weakness is anti-air. I mean, not anti-air, is air. So you need some anti-air to protect them. So something like an Apache or a Hind could definitely ruin these guys' day. All right, guys, there you go. That's just a really quick video. What's on the table this week, what progress I'm making. It's good to get the paintbrush back out. Last week I was working primarily on just getting the studio space cleaned up. There's still a lot of work to do there, but I wanted to get some work done on some models. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do consider giving us a like and subscribe. That helps the channel so much. Click that bell to receive notification when we release new content. If you like our Flames of War content, check out our Patreon, where patrons can get access to a Flames of War battle report every month. As always, thanks for watching, and keep on wargaming.